Hey everybody, Blues Matt here with another quick video for you. Today is February 19th, 2013, and today's video topic is viewing a slideshow on your Windows PC. So let's go ahead and get started. For demonstration purposes in this video, I'm going to use this file folder that's on my desktop. I'm just going to go ahead and double click it with my left mouse button to open it up. Here it's open in Windows Explorer, and it shows you that there's a number of still images here, JPEG images, in my file folder. Now, if you've seen any of my previous videos before, you know that you can drag over and select any number of images with your left mouse button, or you could go up and click on Edit and choose Select All to choose all the images, and then click on File and Preview. That'll allow you to look at a full screen view of all the images, but you'll manually go from one image to the other. Today I want to point out that when you open up your file folder and you see a bunch of images like this button appears, Slideshow. Now if you were to click this button, it would play a timed slideshow of all the images that are in your folder. However, if I click on that button, so I could show you, for whatever reason, Cam Studio, my screen recording software, won't show you the slideshow. So what I did here is take a number of screenshots while the slideshow was running, and that's what I'm going to show you here, so you get an idea of what it actually looks like when you run the slideshow by tapping on this button, clicking on this button. So let me go ahead and select all my images here in the folder, and I'm going to click on File, then Preview, and again I'm going to show you still images of what it looks like if you were to actually run the slideshow out of Windows Explorer, that button I just showed you a second ago. So this button right here is used to play your slideshow, and you can see it's up in full screen. This button right here, it can show you a number of themes. It's a way that the program will transition from one photo to the other. In going through all of these themes quickly in preparation for this video, I actually like the spin transition and I like the fade transition. But you can go ahead and try each one of these and see which one you like the best. This button is for going backwards in your slideshow. Just because it's running automatically doesn't mean you have no control over it. You can hit the previous button here and go to the previous photo in your slideshow. If for whatever reason you want to pause your slideshow, here's the button. If you want to move forward through the photos a little bit quicker, you can use this next button. And then this button here looks sort of like a gear, gives you some options for the way the program is set up, the way your slideshow is set up. These three buttons right here control the speed between transitions, how long each photo is displayed during your slideshow before it transitions using the theme you've already chosen to go to the next photo. This button right here, this option, setting, loop, just continues to replay the slideshow over and over and over again. So in other words, when it gets to the end of the slideshow, it just restarts it. If you did have some audio playing during your slideshow, you could mute it with this button. And of course, this button is what you would use to exit the slideshow. Okay? There is another way you can play a slideshow of your images that are in your file folder. If you do what I do and stick all of the images you want to play in the slideshow in a separate folder, I just happen to conveniently stick it on my desktop just so you can see it, but it could be stored anywhere on your hard drive. If you go ahead and right click this folder, you're going to get this menu that appears. And in this menu, there's an option here that says Play with Windows Media Player. So if you click this selection, it launches a slideshow yet again of the same set of images. However, this time the Windows Media Player, right here, looks a tiny bit different than the previous slideshow player we just showed you a second ago. In the Windows Media Player, it shows you the name of the image that's actually playing. It shows you the transition time. Remember last time I showed you an image that showed that I had selected the spin theme and that I wanted them to transition slowly. This actually counts the time between the transitions, so you can actually see how much time you have before the next photo will appear. This actually shuffles. Let me show you. This actually turns shuffle on, so if you wanted to play the photos in a pseudo-random order rather than a predetermined order, you could click this button and Windows Media Player would play the photos in a random order. If you wanted to repeat a particular photo or repeat the whole slideshow, you could use this button, similar to the loop button that we saw a minute ago. This is the stop button if you want to exit your slideshow. This is the previous button. Again, just like in the previous slideshow viewer, just because the photos are running automatically in a slideshow doesn't mean you don't have any control over which photos are shown at all. Here's the pause button I mentioned before. Here's the next button. And just like in the other slideshow viewer, if you had audio running, you could mute it here. But in the Windows Media Player, you have an added control of being able to control the volume of the audio that's playing. And in addition, you have a full screen button here. So if you wanted to play your slideshow but not be bothered with the controls or any of the title bar or any of these other buttons up here, you could play in full screen and see just your photos being displayed. I'm just going to X out of that. Okay, and that brings me back to where I was before. So that's all I wanted to tell you in this video, is that there are a couple of ways you can play a slideshow from this point here. You can use this slideshow button right inside of Windows Explorer, or you could right-click your file folder with all your images in it and play with Windows Media Player. Okay, I hope that helps you out a little bit. This has been Blues Matt. Thanks for watching.